First of all, my name is Raymond Garrity. I came to Delgado in the fall of 1975, and when I came, I had several hats that I wore. I was director of institutional research, but my main job was as director of curriculum. At that time, Delgado's curriculum was somewhat of a mess, and the vice president for academic affairs, Dr. Cecil Groves, wanted someone to come in to help straighten out this mishmash that we had as a curriculum at the time. So I was brought in and given that as a job along with institutional research. I kept the institutional research job for about another year or so, and then gave that up and became director of curriculum. I stayed director of curriculum until about 1987 or 88, somewhere in there. At that point, I then became Dean of City Park Campus. I served as Dean of City Park Campus for about 4 years, and in the middle of my tenure as Dean of City Park Campus, the Vice President for Academic Affairs resigned, and so I was made Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of City Park Campus. So I served in dual capacity for about 2 or 3 years. Then finally we replaced the Dean of City Park Campus, and I dropped that title and became Vice President, which I continued on until 1999. In 1999, there was a problem at Nunez Community College, and to help Nunez retain its accreditation, I was asked if I would go to Nunez as interim chancellor at Nunez. Oh, let me back up a little bit. I'd also served as interim chancellor, or interim president, I guess it was the title at that time, here at Delgado from 1997 to 1998. I went to Nunez then in 1999 and stayed at Nunez for a year. And upon leaving Nunez in 2000, I was asked to take over as interim chancellor of Baton Rouge Community College. So I went to Baton Rouge Community College for about 6 months, and then I was referring to myself as Louisiana's itinerant community college chancellor, because I was sent to a number of different places. So finally, in 2001, I retired. And in 2003, the president, again, I use the terms interchangeably, president and chancellor, the chancellor of Delgado, Dr. Terry Kelly, resigned to accept a position in Texas. And so I was asked to come out of retirement, which I did, and served as chancellor again for about 7 months until the spring of 2004, at which time I retired, and I've stayed retired since then. So I have served as everything from director of curriculum, director of institutional research, dean of City Park Campus, vice chancellor, and chancellor. Well, when I came to Delgado, there were no other community colleges in the state, and Louisiana was one of the few states that did not have community colleges. So we came, and Dr. Thames, who was the president at that time, was trying to develop Delgado from a trade school, which it had been for many, many years, into a 4-year college. Well, we became a community college, and then the idea of a 4-year college was sort of put on the back burner. But when I came, I had become familiar with community colleges in other states. For that matter, my doctoral dissertation was on community colleges. So I saw what Delgado was and that it had the potential of becoming something great. So I came and began working to try to clear up some of the inconsistencies and so forth that were found here, and I just enjoyed it thoroughly. I enjoyed working with the faculty. The faculty at Delgado has always been outstanding. The students were very good, maybe not as intellectually gifted as you would find at a Tulane or a Harvard or someplace like that, but they're good people. And to me that was very important, that we would take these good people and work with them, with a good faculty, and help them to develop into what they wanted to become. And that to me was very rewarding. So that's one of the reasons that I stayed at the community college. I had offers from other areas, and of course one of my main interests had been medical education. When I came to Delgado, I came from teaching in 2 different medical schools. So I had offers from medical schools, but I said, no, I like what I'm doing here. And I feel very gratified that I, along with quite a few other people, was able to work with the students, the faculty, to develop Delgado from the somewhat questionable institution that it was in the 70s and 80s into what it is today. And today, I'm biased, admittedly, But I feel Delgado is, without question, one of the top 50 community colleges in the nation.